This is a presentation of RVT Entertainment.
Hey, yo.
You know, they say all men are created equal, but you look at me and you look at Small Joe, and you can see that statement is not true.
Because I'm better than you, and you know it.
In the back, there are men and women, seasoned professionals, dues paid in full, gunning to be the best.
I'll always light the way, and all you have to do is let me in.
Oh, a little bit of the bubbly.
The cream of the crop! Nobody does it better.
Hey, hi, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Wrestle-Cast, presented by RVT Entertainment on Podomatic.com, Spotify, YouTube, and wherever else we find this fine audio recording live on RVT Entertainment's official Twitch.tv channel. We talk about professional wrestling, both in the mainstream and the independent scene. My name is Matty J. That is TWK.
Hello, everyone of the Wrestle-Cast. Are we ready to talk about some wrestling?
I believe we are. We're going to talk about wrestling for about 80 minutes, and then we're going to watch some wrestling for another 60. You know, your typical Friday night. You know, at least I believe it is your typical Friday night. And for those wondering, aren't you at the C4 show that's coming back? It's so emotional, folks. I have friends over there who are having a good time. The only reason I'm not going, I want to wait a couple more months before it, you know, like there's talk of a sixth wave. I want to be healthy for the cruise. Let's just put it that way. You know, hang back. But anyway, here's Shintigercurl. Sorry, I did, you know, downer on that one.
Okay, it's dim sometime, so does that mean I throw myself down some stairs?
Oh, no, Darby, no.
You sure? I think I should throw myself down some stairs.
No, you don't have to. Why would you do? You just did that on Wednesday.
I'm gonna throw myself down some stairs. I fell. And he threw himself down some stairs, and we are a single-floor house. I don't know how he pulled that off.
He'll be fine, ladies and gentlemen. He just went over his limits of going downstairs again.
He just has to. It's in his genetics now. He has to throw himself down some stairs.
Anyway, how are you, Shin?
As I've said before the show,
Yep. Makes sense. Makes sense. If you don't know, One Piece. If you know, you know. If you don't, spoiler alert, I guess.
brain.
What a week. What a week. I was fully expected to go, this is going to be one of the no-clip weeks, but, well, we have to start with, I got my wish. I got a clip, but, unfortunately, that's one of those minutes where you just did not expect it, did not want it, but at the same time can respect and appreciate it at the same time.
Time to play the clip!
Yeah. Thanks for trying to brighten the mood up there, T-Dub. It's appreciated.
I try.
It's appreciated.
Especially because I know that this is about your boy.
Look, I always said when someone asks who is your favorite wrestler, I have a list. I could not put it down to just one guy, except this guy. And he just called it. So he's on Stephen A. Smith. This is obviously from a clip that from a full interview that is released on ESPN's YouTube. YouTube will explain the general deets, but what you hear is basically what the big gist of it is, here's Stephen A's, this is Triple H on Stephen A's World, or Stephen A. Smith's ESPN Plus thing.
And for those of you who don't know who Stephen A. Smith is, he's had a few memes about him, like stop
Stay
smoking the weed.
off the weed!
And of course, the I'm having a very bad day.
Oh, and let's not forget, how about them Cowboys?
Yep.
He loves it when the Cowboys suck. But he's got his monthly podcast, video cast on ESPN Plus. He had Triple H on, and he asked what the heck happened. Triple H was, as usual, very pragmatic and very matter of fact when it came to stuff and things, and this was no exception. This is Triple H telling basically what happened. Take a listen.
I had a viral pneumonia. My lungs were inflamed, and as the next couple of days went on, when I got home, it got increasingly worse. And my wife saw some blood and stuff that I was coughing up, and went and got checked. And it was coming from the viral pneumonia, but I had fluid in my lungs. I had some fluid around my heart. So they followed up on it, did an EKG and echo and everything. And basically, the way your heart pumps out, 55 to 60% of your ejection fracture is a good number. I was at 30. And I got a quick text message saying, don't take time, pack a bag real quick, head to the emergency room. I'll fill you in on the way. So by the time I got to the emergency room, my ejection fracture had gone down to 22. Which, I was in heart failure.
Wow.
Bad. By the next morning, as they figured that out that evening, by the next morning, as they were sending me in to get an MRI done and about to go in for a heart cath, my ejection fracture was down to 12. So I was... I was nosediving and sort of at the 1 yard line of, where you need to be and or where you don't want to be, really, for your family and your future. When they tell you it's 99%, it gets real. We have 3 young girls, 15, 13, 11. Suddenly I come home, I'm a little bit sick, and their dad, who's, strong always, suddenly is in the hospital. And I don't know if they understood the consequences of it, but, there's moments in there where you, when they're putting you out for stuff, and you think, is this it? Do you wake up for this? That's tough to swallow, and makes you think differently. I'm sure as you've come out of your COVID scare, makes you think differently about life. Doesn't make you any less driven for the things that you do, but it certainly makes you appreciate the things that you have more, your friends, your family.
As great of an executive as you are, you're also a great champion. What does the future hold for Triple H right now? That's what people want to know.
Yeah.
What do you say to them when asked that question?
Well, for me, as far as in-ring, which I get a lot, I'm done.
You'll never fight.
I won't, no. I would never wrestle again. First of all, I have a defibrillator in my chest, which, probably not a good idea for me to get zapped on live TV.
How about that?
Now, this was obviously taken from a clip that was circulating from First Take. The full interview has been posted on ESPN's YouTube, as mentioned. It is worth a listen, if for nothing else. Okay, the entire story is explained, and yeah, it's rough. I'm laughing, but it's one of those things where, like, yeah, you kind of wish he had that one more match, but no. When you're that close to dying, you don't think, oh, when's his next match? You're just going, oh, Jesus Christ, live, goddammit. We don't need another member of the clique to die.
Yeah. But it really does suck that. But I'm glad that Triple H is able to at least end his career on his terms at least. And
let's put it. It's still not on his terms. His heart literally said no mas. And for those wondering why the heart defect, it is a genetic situation, and it reiterated it was not a COVID issue. This was literally a genetic heart issue. Yeah, in the full interview, he goes on to say his dad died, his grandfather, and he found out his great-grandfather died of similar issues in his 50s. So this was a genetic issue.
And one thing to note is this guy was definitely on some stuff throughout his career that probably didn't help.
But
yeah,
otherwise was rather healthy. He had said, well, I have an athletic heart. He's a slightly enlarged heart, but by and large, relatively healthy, relatively clean.
Yeah.
It's probably because of that he had the time and wherewithal to figure out, oh crap, something's wrong.
Man, considering that and what T-Dub already mentioned, it's a miracle that we have him as long as we have. It could have taken him at any time, and it's just a miracle of modern medicine and just taking care of yourself when you really should have, that we actually have him around a lot longer than most guys from his generation would be.
Yeah, because there's actually been a lot of people that have died due to their heart giving on them. You know, Eddie Guerrero, Randy Savage, Ultimate Warrior, there's been a lot of that. Where after a while, your heart just would you use any sort of drugs that causes your heart to pump out faster, that just puts you on a ticking clock, essentially. And the fact that Triple H had the wherewithal to get the help as quickly as he did is just, it's a miracle, really.
True.
To be fair, I think a lot of it has to do with just he was always aware of his body. You could go back to how he knew he busted his quad the first time. The first time he busted his quad, he knew he busted his quad.
Yeah, and he had to change. He had to change his body type just to accommodate that, because it's like, yeah, I can't be this bulky forever. I got to slim down, in terms of muscle mass.
Someone brought up the fact that, the sad part is that in a year he's not, because of the defibrillator and the heart issues, he can't go as hard at his workouts. Well, he's not gonna, he's gonna slim down. Dude, I followed Triple H's career my entire wrestling fandom. He's slimming down already.
Yeah, he's already way slimmer than he was back then during the Attitude Era.
So this is, and for those wondering how I'm doing, I'm fine. By the way, I'm fine. It's just one of those wow moments when you really think, yeah, it's over.
Yeah.
You don't think of it in the sense of, oh, I feel bad for her. I feel bad, I kind of, because his last match was in Saudi Arabia against Randy Orton, his last televised matchup. So you kind of think, oh man, I would have loved to have it in one more match. And he, again, in the extended interview, he had said that he before everything, he had plans on wrestling in Dallas this year.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously that was out the window.
Honestly, if you're going to go out and have your last match, I'm glad he had it with Randy.
And I thought, okay, in Saudi, but his last opponent was Randy Orton.
At least his last match
could have had way worse matches.
At the very least, his last match wasn't that disastrous tag match, DX versus Brothers of Destruction.
Oh, thank God.
Thank fuck for that.
I don't think no one should have that as their last match. I want Shawn Michaels out of retirement one more time just so we can erase that from his record.
Or worse yet, you could have had your last match against Baron Corbin, of all people.
Kurt deserves better.
Yeah. But
and if someone brought up he's in the Hall of Fame, and someone had answered he is in the Hall of Fame as part of DX, he'll fight people to not be inducted as an individual, but after the career he's had, the impact he's had, he's first ballot in the Hall of Fame. He should be in the Hall of Fame already as an individual.
He's going to be a threefer. Bar none. He's going to be a threefer. One for himself.
Yeah.
Already in there for DX.
Yeah.
And one for Evolution.
Should.
Yeah, he's going to be a threefer.
I'm surprised Evolution isn't already in.
I'm willing to bet it's more of a availability, especially with Dave.
Yeah.
You know, making movies is pretty time consuming.
Hey, there's a reason why The Rock's not in the Hall of Fame yet. It's literally they know they want to put him in. It's when will he be available?
Mm-hmm. But and of course people are going to bring up the fact of all the dirt he used to do backstage as a member of the Clique.
Dude. Show me a wrestler that didn't do dirt at someone who didn't advance in professional wrestling.
Back during that era, yeah.
Yeah.
Especially during that era. But he made up for it with NXT.
Of course, you want to talk about dirt. Oh, I got you a goddamn D-cell there, Shin. So, we'll get to that D-cell at the end of the show, obviously. You know, people, of course, they're on Twitter. We're gunning Triple H in favorite moments. I think there's a few I could bring up. His return at MSG, his whole run with DX, both, well, 2 out of 3. The 2009 one was kind of bad.
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
But 2006, like, I'll defend that run.
It was at least a decent nostalgia run.
It was funny.
Yeah, it definitely had its moments. I'll give you that.
Yeah, my personal favorites have to be that interview he cut with Jim Ross.
Yeah, the moment he called himself the Game for the first time.
Yep, which was a work shoot because he was referring to the curtain call and how he was the only one who got punished out of it and he languished in the mid card for it, and he just let out all that aggression and then there was his heel turn at 15.
15 heel turn where he joined the corporation, and from that point forward, he became a main eventer.
Yeah, I would not expect prim, proper Hunter Hearst Helmsley to become the cerebral assassin that he would later become.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You were older than us, so you were around back then.
Yeah, you saw practically his entire Fed run when you think about it.
I've seen his entire Fed run. I didn't see his WCW run when he was Jean-Paul Levesque or terrorizing.
Yes, I am Jean-Paul Levesque. You got my ridiculous accent.
Folks, watch OSW Starrcade 94. It's his one WCW pay-per-view.
Yeah.
And just try to find one of his Jean-Paul Levesque promos where he was paired up with, of all people, Lord Steven Regal.
And William Regal tweeted the picture, the compare and contrast, like their first appearance as a tag and their last picture together in career-wise, anyway.
Yeah.
So there's a reason why...
A lot of tributes, man. A lot of tributes.
Yeah, there's a reason why Regal is one of Triple H's closest confidants. Because Triple H remembers those that helped him, and Regal did help him out early on in his career.
There's a reason why William Regal was part of the coaching staff at the Performance Center.
Mm-hmm.
Big reason.
And the absolute plethora of great matches he's had over the years, especially when he became the Game. Yeah,
and a lot of his matches early on for his heel run were
a lot of people are praising his work in the year 2000 as his best year. He's had better and worse years beforehand, but yeah, the best year 2000 at the very least.
Yeah, and it started off with a bang. Bang bang, if you will.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I saw that shit live with my best friend. And it was like, yeah, this is an amazing match.
That was a match that made him a main event. Like, he was already world champion at that point.
His feud with Mick Foley was what made him, what cemented his main event status.
Yeah, if anyone thought he was just a middle of the card guy, you didn't think so after that match.
Yeah, it's really hard to put down Triple H's style, but I just say the guy was a ring general. He didn't have to be flashy. He didn't have to do a lot of technical moves. He just knew the right move to do at the right time against the right opponent that made him look way more intelligent than he already did. And
my personal favorite match Triple H's, though, is his SummerSlam ladder match against The Rock. I think that's a bit of an underrated gem.
I had to go back and watch that one.
Yeah, it's a real good one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he had a lot of great feuds too. Like
Yeah,
Shawn, Rock, Austin, Cena.
in his last WrestleMania match, he at least got to have that with his best friend Batista.
Yepper.
Yep. The end of the era match. Say what you will about it. It was still it was a product of its era, and we all enjoyed it.
Oh yeah, that one was like probably one of the final great Undertaker matches at Mania.
Yeah.
So yeah, Triple H legendary career.
And I mean, actually, who has a better win-loss record in the Hell in a Cell than Triple H?
Brock Lesnar.
I'd say yeah. Brock had a pair of bangers against Undertaker. 2 different eras too.
True. I mean, I'm talking about just win-loss record. Like he's
The 2 people you think of are Undertaker and Triple H.
Yeah, pretty much.
But yeah, Triple
Those
H
are the
definitely
2.
has the better win record.
But Taker had the better moments, so yeah, it's debatable.
Mm-hmm. That we could go on all night, but long story short, there's enough Triple H stuff on the WWE Network and Peacock, whatever the fuck that is, that you could definitely watch and have your fill of Triple H stuff to watch
on Peacock.
Peacock. I don't get it either, folks. Anyway, let's go for it. T-Dub.
Not too much in the news this week. Outside of Triple H's retirement, we did have the fact that Shad Gaspard is now announced as the recipient of this year's Warrior Award.
You know what? JTG brought it up a couple weeks ago that it should have been done. He's been fighting for it the last couple of years. Say what you will about the Fed. Better late than never.
Yeah, and congratulations to JTG for winning this fight, because, as Matty said, he's been campaigning for this ever since Shad passed away, and like it's always good to see one of these stories have a happy ending in some respects.
Yeah, he may not have won any major titles or anything, or his run in the Fed was relatively short compared to a lot of people, but all the stories.
I mean, Crime Time's a memorable tag team in the first place.
Yeah, they're a memorable tag team, but
yeah.
But everyone just talks about how much of a great person that Shad was in real life, and and especially the way he died, just wanting to save his son before himself. He really deserves some recognition for just being a great human being.
I cannot disagree with that at all, and I think this is an excellent twist for that award.
Yes, indeed.
He may not have had a WWE Hall of Fame level career, but the sacrifice, the fact that he was such a nice dude, and the way he went out, and the way that the things he's done, worthy of that award, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
So, guess what's next week?
What?
Game Changer Wrestling Collective 2022.
Oh,
yep. A lot of stuff happening there, I'm assuming, Mr. T-Dub?
Oh, yes. Let's see. I'm not going to go over every card because, goddamn, there's a lot.
Give us some highlights.
Yeah,
let's see. We have Josh Barnett's Bloodsport number 8 airing. Let's see. I think that's March 31st at 4 p.m. Eastern Time.
Oh, Bloodsport, nice.
Let's see. We got Josh Barnett versus Jonah.
Oh, that's going to be a banger.
Man.
John Moxley versus Biff Busick.
Yes, please.
Banger.
Zeta Zhang versus Marina Shafir.
Yep.
Good to see Marina Shafir working.
Yep.
Minoru Suzuki versus Chris Dickinson.
Yes, please.
Chris Dickinson's going to fucking die.
Oh, he'll put up a fight, though.
Oh, that's Chris Dickinson's return match after recovering from an injury.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, he's gonna test that fucking injury, that's for sure.
Let's see. Simon Gotch versus John Hennigan.
Ooh. I like Simon Gotch.
Yeah.
And the former John Morrison.
Yeah.
And I love the sex, so I want to see this.
Yuya Uemura versus Speedball Mike Bailey. And
how has he not done a blood sport yet is amaze balls to me.
I think it's because he's been stuck in Canada for all these years.
Oh, that. Pretty sure it's that.
Oh, you used on his excursion?
Yeah, Uemura is he's in the States now.
Oh, good for him. I hope he does something. He's got talent. Certainly one of the more talented young boys.
And later on in the evening at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have Joey Janela's Spring Break 6, Part 1, which includes Joey Janela versus X-Pac. Ali Catch.
They've been building that up.
Ali Catch rang another one off the old bucket list as she takes on Mickie James.
Yep.
By the way, Sound of Betrayal missiles, Matty.
Ooh, that's right. Yeah, this was sounded on Twitter last night because I was unable to get a thing, but I did catch up today, and when Shin informed me of the betrayal in question. But Shin, Mr. Shin, I believe you need to send me the order again here.
All right, load betrayal missiles, Mr. Matty.
They're loaded.
Fire betrayal missiles, full spread.
Betrayal!
What?
Betrayal! Betrayed me!
Actually, I should probably press another button because really, we've been seeing that shit from a mile away, especially with Chelsea Green.
Curse your sudden but inevitable betrayal.
There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think that one definitely suits him more because, Chelsea Green turned heel, and now both her and Matt Cardona are both the heel couple.
Who, by the way, Matt Cardona, who's been king heel for about a year now, so kind of saw it coming just a little bit, just a tad.
Oh, yeah.
We're also going to see on Spring Break Part 1, Blake Christian versus AR Fox. And for the World Tag Team titles, it's going to be a triple threat match. Hate Club defends against Second Gear Crew and the former champions, the Briscoes.
Briscoes are going to have a busy weekend, by the way.
There's quite a few people here who are definitely going to get their reps in.
I'll tell you this, it's good. It's good to see wrestling back in a sense of normalcy this year.
Oh, yeah. We're also going to see the Ultra Violent Championship as Alex Colon defends against John Wayne Murdoch.
He sounds hardcore.
Yeah.
And in the main events, we're going to see AJ Gray challenge Jon Moxley.
Yeah, he's going to need to come hard if he's going to take on the Blackpool Combat Club.
Oh, yeah. Jon Moxley representing Blackpool Combat Club, and AJ Gray representing himself, a.k.a. the motherfucking Truth.
Sounds like a banger card to me. That's only night one, right?
Excellent, thanks.
Yeah. We're also going to see GCW for the Culture 3 at 4 p.m. in the next... all the times correct and all that.
Yep, he's double-checking.
The next day, April 1st on a Friday, 4 p.m.
Yeah.
For the Culture 3, we're going to see a death match, Hoodfoot versus Bill Dixon.
Okay.
Brian Keith going 1-on-1 against Too Cold Scorpio.
Oh, Scorpio
should be fun.
Nice.
Should be fun.
MJ Jenkins versus Trish Adora.
Right.
Rich Swann versus JTG.
Please. Hey, he's in town. He'll be in town for a chat.
Oh, yeah, and in the main event, for the Impact Knockouts World Championship, Big Swole challenges Tasha Steelz.
Good to see Big Swole working again, by the way.
Yeah, and by the way, Shin, yes, Tasha Steelz can be on this card, because yes, she is black.
She is. I have no say on this. This is the king of black people that has to say on this.
God damn it!
I'm pretty sure a license had to be doled out for her to be allowed to be on that card in the first place.
And on April 2nd at
you get
12:15,
Judge King Morgan Freeman have to give her permission.
And if you want to stay up late on Friday into April 2nd at 12:59 a.m. Eastern Time.
That's an oddly specific time.
Yes, we have Spring Break Part 2, the greatest clusterfuck.
Oh,
that sounds interesting.
Yeah, which features the greatest clusterfuck match,
yeah.
Which so far announced are Maven, Jazzy Yang and Jimmy Wang Yang.
Look, I cannot take a bump for shit. I have never taken a bump. I have not been trained to wrestle. But if someone were to tell me, hey, Matty, $50 if you want to be a part of the $50 and travel if you could make it to the clusterfuck, I'd be like, well, you're gonna pay me to do the thing? Well, first off, I wouldn't do a thing, but if you want me to pay for a ticket, I would do a ticket.
I can bump. I know how to bump.
You lost me at Maven, but you brought me back with Jimmy Wang Yang.
Yeah. Oh, you don't like Maven?
To be fair, Shin, it's Maven. It's like we're talking about this match. The clusterfuck is king of obscure reference matches.
Yeah, that's right.
Bobber
man.
33
right.
pay Matty how much is I'd say $50, but really honestly, if you're gonna pay me anything, don't pay me, pay Shin. He could use the money.
I probably could, yeah.
We also have PCO versus Speedball Mike Bailey.
Mike Bailey's gonna die.
Horribly.
Yeah. Should be a fun match though. PCO is awesome.
Effie versus Minoru Suzuki.
Effie?
Yes.
Effie gonna die.
Oh my god.
Let's not forget that Effie has been in a few death matches himself, so
he has. So he is battle tested.
There's having a death match, and then there's having a Minoru Suzuki match. World of difference.
So, Shin, what would you rather have? A death match against Nick Gage or a 1-on-1 rules match against
Nick Gage?
The light tubes and the pizza counter.
He didn't even wait.
At least with Nick Gage, I'll have a chance of actually surviving the match. Minoru Suzuki will continue to whoop my ass even after he wins.
Even if they paid you for all the money in the world to get everything you need?
I would rather be in a handicap match against Brock Lesnar and whoever his partner of choice is inside the Hell in a Cell with my arms and legs shackled and a blindfold and go 5 minutes with Minoru fucking Suzuki.
Also, I suppose it's the main event. Chris Dickinson versus Matt Cardona.
Oh, that's good. Oh.
And then April 2nd, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Effie's Big Gay Brunch 4, which features, let's see, Alley Catch versus Dango.
Yep.
Dirty Dango, as in the former Fandango.
Yep.
Oh, good for him. He's working. Yeah. I like it.
4-way tag team match, Pretty in Pink. That's Dylan McQueen and Kenzie Page versus Devin Monroe and Brooke Valentine versus Ashton Starr and AC Mack versus Main State Poser, which is Aiden Agro and Danger Kid. Also,
I've heard of. I don't know any of these people.
We also have someone you may have heard of, Max the Impaler. I know you've heard of them.
A little bit.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be taking on Edith Surreal.
Mm-hmm.
And for those wondering, Big Gay Brunch, yeah, it's a little on the nose, but it is an LGBT-friendly show.
Oh, yeah, and we're also going to see Peril versus Dark Sheik, Kato Murray versus Billy Dixon, and in the main event, Effie versus Lucha Libre legend Pimpinella Escarlata.
Oh, that's going to be awesome. Also, where's Kid Bandit in all this?
Well,
I love Pimpinella.
Also, I should say, slated to appear are Pollo Del Mar, Jordan Blade, Shea Purser, and Kid Bandit.
Okay, so they don't have a match for them yet, but they're figuring it out. Fair enough. But Pimpinella, that's a big get. I think they're in Texas. It's probably not that big of a jump for them.
Yeah.
And we also have Black Label Pro Show, April 3rd, 12:59 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have Shazza McKenzie versus Billy Starks, Effie versus Charlie Haas.
Haas man, yes.
Anthony Green versus Alex Zane. Warhorse versus Big Damo.
Oh, I just came a little in my pants.
A little bit, huh? Yeah, I'm half that chub myself.
Blake Christian versus Black Taurus. Faces of Fear, yes, Meng and the Barbarian versus the Workhorsemen, Anthony Henry and JD Drake.
Oh my God, we might actually witness a murder.
Yeah, Anthony Drake's gonna die. Everyone's gonna die.
It's
Everyone.
Meng. It's Haku. Someone's getting hurt.
And in the main event for the BLP Championship, Jake Something versus PCO.
That's going to be a banger. That's a Haas fight right there.
That's just a sample of what you're getting next week. There's a whole lot of shows for the collective. Like I said, it's only part of it. Goddamn, and I think like if you want to get the full package to watch all of it, it's like $120.
Mm-hmm. Also, I think we're getting a lot of new viewers. I'm watching the views, and we've been fluctuating between 15.
Oh
and 30.
yeah, 20 viewers here. Yeah, thank you very much for tuning in, everybody. I say hi, everybody. Well, welcome. You're probably seeing wrestling, and we're talking about that stuff. You probably came in for the Triple H talk. I'm afraid you missed it because that's what we opened the show with. If you missed it, the VOD will be up here as soon as we're done. Of course, it'll be available on YouTube a little later tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And now to get on to our main event, All Elite Wrestling Dynamite, which emanated from Texas once again, but this time Austin.
Austin, Texas. So, hot crowd and hot damn, what a first hour of Dynamite.
Yeah, especially the first match. Announced out of nowhere, CM Punk versus Dax Harwood.
Something tells me Dax Harwood said, well, he's here, I want to wrestle. And he's like, bucket list CM Punk. And Punk went, okay.
I knew it was going to be a banger once I saw the announcement.
And I saw that, I'm like, oh, that's going to be a fun match. And I was indeed correct. That was indeed a fun match.
Just a good-ass wrestling match to open the show. What more could you want?
Yipper.
And it was essentially the case of Sharpshooter versus Anaconda Vice, and in the end, the Vice won out.
Surprising. Very surprising.
Oh, yeah. And after the match, CM Punk tweeted, I love Brett Moore, to which Dax responded, no, you don't.
Now that I got context for this, I need to go back to that match and see how many moves they performed from Brett's rope.
Actually, yeah, that would be fun little counter. We also had Darby, Sting, and the Hardys take on The Butcher, The Blade, and Private Party in a clusterfuck match.
So we went from good-ass wrestling to, holy shit, what the fuck are you doing, Jeff Hardy?
Also, props to The Butcher for tossing Darby Allin down the stairs in probably the safest manner as one can fall down the stairs.
I mean, falling downstairs and safe, relative terms, obviously.
Yeah.
Now, if you told me years ago that Darby Allin, Sting, and the Hardys would be in a match together like this, and you would ask, and I would find, and I'm having a hard time figuring out which one of those four guys was the craziest.
Can I ask you a question real quick, boys?
Sure.
Did you guys catch Darby having a little bit of a smile when he was kneeling, when he realized, holy shit, I'm tagging with Jeff fucking Hardy?
Yeah, I saw that.
He had a smile on his face, and I'm like, I think it hit him, and I'm like, I'm teaming with Sting and the Hardy Boys. What is life?
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, Jeff Hardy's still the crazy one because he dove like 15 feet into the air through two tables.
He somehow saw Sting do a tope suicida and went, oh, you want to out crazy me, huh? I'm going to get a wall and a merge table, and I'm going to swanton bomb hard.
Yeah, that was bonkers.
That was a television match, by the way.
Yeah.
In case you missed it, that was on free television.
Also, kudos to Sting for checking on Jeff after he did that spot.
Kudos, absolutely.
Yeah. But in the end, the good guys won. Obviously, they couldn't win with anything as crazy as backstage, which at that point, I would have just made a false count anywhere because nothing was going to top that moment.
No. Nope.
Nevertheless, we also had Mox and Danielson obliterating the Varsity Blondes.
That's a good word. Also, Julia Hart continuing the descent into madness. That is her thing, I guess you could say.
Yeah, she just sat on the stairs and looked away into just blankness.
Yep. Staring into the abyss. And not Joseph Parks.
No,
darkness.
she stared into the abyss a little too much, and now it has her.
Yeah, the Varsity Blondes didn't get nearly as much offense in as the Best Friends did.
Yep.
By the way, post-match, Yuta and Trent went, hey, I don't fucking know you. And then, well, Trent said, I don't fucking know you. And Yuta was like, dude, I'm not here to be a best friend. I'm here to be a good wrestler. Or a best wrestler.
Yeah, he's not here to be a best friend. He's here to be the best wrestler. So yeah, I'm guessing we're going to see Trent, versus Yuta in the future. Also, post-match, we got a promo from Mox where he seemed to coin the team name of what we have here, which is the Blackpool Combat Club.
Yep.
I was originally going to go with what Regal called it, like his grappling cooperative, but Blackpool Combat Club, better.
That's got a nice ring to it, actually.
Yep.
That it
And
does.
it's got a T-shirt, and it's probably sounding like hotcakes, too.
Bigger question is, who do they allow to join them?
Well, Wheeler Yuta's already being teased, so...
Yeah, Yuta for sure. They were going to do something with Daniel Garcia, and obviously he picked his side, so obviously those seeds are planted for future considerations. Who else, though?
Well, there's Lee Moriarty.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a stretcher.
Let's see. I'm trying to think who else would fit that group. We want, like, pure grappling or someone who's really good at grappling or really fucking violent.
I could see Hook joining.
Oh, that should be a great choice.
Hook. Yeah, Hook. Eddie Kingston.
Eddie Kingston's kind of doing his own thing with LAX.
He is too, but keep in mind, Proud and Powerful, LAX, they're doing their own thing, yes. But they have beef with Jericho and Crew, with the Jericho Appreciation Society. And somewhere down the line, there's going to be a blood and guts match.
Yeah.
I'm not saying in 3 months. I'm just saying down the line, they're going to build that fucker up, and they should. I'm just saying, Eddie Kingston does share in that philosophy that that Brian and Mox and Regal are having, and who's a big history nut as far as wrestling? Eddie Kingston, though his roots are more in Japanese pure wrestling, especially All Japan, but it's still there.
Mm-hmm.
We also had,
I'm throwing ideas out here. I'm throwing ideas like the rest of us here. So
that's all we can do at this point. Just wait for it to arrive.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure once it does, we will be very, 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 very appreciative of what.
We'll be very, very excited.
Oh yes, super excited.
Very.
And I'm excited to see where we're going exactly with this MJF versus Wardlow feud, because he cut one hell of a promo and he did the one evil thing. He pulled a trick right out of Vince McMahon's book. He looked right into Wardlow's eyes and he said, "I'm going to make you stay at home."
He's going to pay him to stay home. Bastard.
And don't you even think of starting a Twitch stream, Wardlow.
Oh, you should have said that.
Or an OnlyFans.
That would have been on the nose.
Or an OnlyFans. I see the way you. I saw the way you and Jake Hager were looking at each other.
Oh, that's evil. That is proper evil.
So yeah, this is definitely heating up, and I have to wonder what Wardlow would do in retaliation.
Tune in next week. Same Wardlow time. Same Wardlow channel.
I'm just thinking, like, to get even with being forced to stay at home, you have to imagine that Wardlow is going to do intelligent big man things to make MJF's life a living hell until he finally gets released out of the contract. Like, he's got to find ways to work within the contract, but still somehow make his life a living hell. So it'll be interesting to see how they go about that.
He'll figure it out. Wardlow's a smart boy.
And, hey look, Jay Lethal is still alive. Hooray!
And he wrestled Adam Cole, baby.
And a really great match. And I'm now convinced that Jay Lethal's going on to a coach type role.
I would not be surprised for that, but yeah, I really want to see more bangers out of Jay Lethal.
Yeah, because
he's got a few.
this was one hell of a match, and like, if Jay Lethal has never won a televised match in AEW.
Unless you count Dynamite. I mean, unless you count Dark and Elevation. But
yeah, Dark and Elevation are the only place where he wins. But when it comes to Dynamite, Rampage, and pay-per-views, he is winless, which makes me think he is there to essentially be the veteran that puts people over and that helps the younger guys learn while wrestling them on Dark and Elevation.
Well, you can't pick a better guy to learn from than Jay Lethal as far as in-ring work goes.
He has been around for a long time. Like, he may not look it just, appearance-wise, but he has been wrestling for about as long as the Motor City Machine Guns have.
Yeah. Also, shout-outs to Justin Roberts.
Oh, yeah, from Elizabeth, New Jersey.
I picked up on that. I'm like, Justin Roberts, you clever fuck.
Yep.
You could never get away with that shit in the Fed. It's not homogenous.
Yeah, like the Fed, every announcer has to be a robot. Whether you're on commentary, you're ring announcing, you're backstage, you are a robot, and you have to beep boop whatever phrases Vince wants you to.
Yep.
No personality allowed from anyone but the wrestlers. Even then, go by the script.
Yep.
Justin Roberts, best ring announcer in the biz right now, bar none.
Well, I think it's, you can't count out, Bobby Cruz.
From GCW?
Ring of Honor.
Oh, Ring. I haven't heard much of his work lately, so I can't really say.
He's been Ring of Honor's ring announcer for ages.
Yeah,
he has a really deep voice.
I know. I'm just when it comes to just adding personality to his ring announcing, I just think Justin Roberts is better.
Oh yeah, when you want just personality, yeah, he goes above and beyond, especially in between matches.
I buy it.
Let's see. We also had, after the match, Cole called out Hangman. Hangman appeared, started whipping the guys with belts, but unfortunately Red Dragon and Cole got the advantage until Christian Cage and Jurassic Express came up to help, but Cole made away with the world title belts, and I feel the next week we're going to see a very, very angry Hangman.
And Adam Cole, who still thinks he's the champion because he's got the belt.
This might put, well, it's not going to put there, it didn't put Reynolds and Silver in any difficult position because they broke up with Adam Cole. I mean, with Adam Page.
Yeah.
Well, they did, but they didn't. Because they were pretty happy together on being the Elite this week.
But here's the bigger question: where does the belt sleep?
That's a good question.
Does it supposed to sleep?
I'm gonna stop it there before we get too crazy.
We're already crazy enough, Matty.
I know, but let's not give people nightmare fuel. It's Friday, for God's sakes.
When he's sleeping, does it sleep facing Reynolds or facing Silver?
Question of the year right there.
That is a good question, though.
And speaking of doing things with belts, Sammy and Ty cut a promo. They want to fight Men of the Year.
All right, let's explain this. They were cutting a promo saying they want members of American Top Team, of course. Men of the Year and Dan Lambert, they do their thing. They say no. They, of course, Lambert is being Lambert, co-TNT champion. He kisses his replica belt, and Sammy went attitude error on us there,
and he even had photographic evidence.
Yeah, he says, "Hey, we already live rent-free in your head, and if you knew what we do with that belt, you'll know that we now live in your mouth as well."
If you knew what we did with that, yeah.
Yep, and that face, that goddamn face.
People are comparing Dan Lambert to Bobby Heenan, and I'm like, normally I'd be like, but I'm like, you know what? That's high compliment, especially with how Dan is working, the way he sells.
You know somewhere the weasel is smiling whenever he sees Dan Lambert on the mic.
That's how you do it, humanoid.
Yes,
and they did it on the belt too, humanoid. Would you stop?
By the way, it should be noted that this is all kayfabe because Charlie Ramone went on Twitter to say, "Hey, before every show, the ring crew actually sanitizes the belts."
Yeah.
Makes sense, yeah.
Because I saw some people on Twitter that were not too happy with that comment.
Folks, everything's freaking sanitized for COVID reasons, for God's sakes. Let's not, But it's only implied, but not actually real.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. We also have Layla Hirsch defeating Red Velvet via hidden turnbuckle connector in her pants.
I'm digging this run for Layla.
Yeah.
Showing a vicious side.
She is.
Just when she can get it done in the ring, but she still needs that fucking that fucking turnbuckle connector.
Just because she can.
Plus, it's not a weapon you see used. You never see it used a lot as a weapon for a heel.
Or really often at all, because usually it's just a chair or a kendo stick. You don't really see turnbuckle connectors used as a weapon, so it's something unique.
Yeah, good for her finding something unique.
And Chris Statlander saved Red Velvet from getting attacked even more so after the match, so that feud is heating up.
That she's no longer Chris Statlander.
Ew?
She's no longer Chris Statlander because now she's dressing all black. That means that she's been infected by the symbiote. She is now Venom Chris.
Oh, she's gonna be crime fighter then. Lethal Protector, she will be.
She will eat Layla Hirsch's brains.
Sounds like one hell of a matchup to see then. We also got what might be the worst segment of the night. Thunder Rosa's championship celebration, which was cut short by Vicky Guerrero and Nyla Rose.
Although basically Nyla Rose is the first defense. That's how we're gonna treat Nyla Rose.
They didn't even give her any build up beforehand. Like
no build up, no nothing. Just a post match promo saying I want dibs. Look,
yeah, that's sad. Yeah.
Look, I get it. You gotta do something fair. Build up Nyla Rose first, and don't just put her on dark elevation and call it done. Rampage matches, Dynamite matches, because she came out of nowhere.
You know who would have made better sense? Serena Deeb. She would have made a sense to have a title.
They're building that up. Yeah, that's a natural feud right there. It's still official matches.
Yeah, but she's in the middle with Sheeta right now. So.
I know, but you could still do like this quick title program and then go back to Sheeta. Like there are other things you could do. There are other choices you could have made, but so that this one just you always got to build up your challengers. Always build them up before you put them in a match.
Yeah.
Yeah, sad but true.
Because if you have a world title match where the challenger has little to no build up at all, then it's like. It makes it feel like not a real world title, which is no good. But at least we ended the night pretty well as Jericho and Garcia defeated Silver and Reynolds in a pretty good TV match with the most memorable part for me is Silver's comeback where he took out everyone. Everyone!
John Silver is a house of fire.
He destroyed everyone in the ring. He destroyed everyone outside the ring. No one could stop him, but unfortunately, he was stopped. Silver and Reynolds lost. I am sad. But it made sense because, new heel group got to build them up.
And, that John Silver could claim to be a pro wrestler, and what does a sports entertainer do apparently in AEW? Beat up pro wrestlers. So there's that.
Shout outs to Daddy Magic.
Oh yes. Absolutely.
Yeah, his eyes. God damn.
A lot of people saying he's a boy, like an OSW review boy. I'm like, yeah, maybe in that sense, but he'll be out of that stable soon enough, believe me.
Yeah.
Guts brought up another one, but Emi Sakura, who's been tracking wins, okay, put her on Rampage, put her on TBS, put her on TNT. She can't just stay on. She cannot just stay on YouTube because not everyone watches YouTube. Sad as it is to say.
About 25% of AEW's audience, 25 to 30%, usually watch the YouTube shows.
That's out of sight, folks.
Yeah, so to a lot of people, this was out of nowhere. So whoever they want to build up, whether it's Nyla Rose, Emi Sakura, or Ruby Soho, you got to give them wins on Rampage or Dynamite, at least 2 or 3 before you put them into a world title program.
They need to be on TV, period.
Yep. Oh, I think we forgot a little segment.
Oh, what did we forget?
The build-up between FTR and the Ass Boys.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, yeah, so the Ass Boys were actually out during the Punk and Dax Harwood match, and then afterwards, Dax cut a babyface turn promo. So FTR are now babyfaces, and even though Max says the Pinnacle is fine, lol.
About that.
You know,
but then again, in the promo, they said, "Look, we know we're there. We're not apologizing, but here, what we are pro wrestlers. We do what we do best, and it's wrestle." So
yeah, to me, that felt like a face turn type promo where especially said, the AEW audience, we don't always get along, but the one thing they know about us is that we aren't, what's the phrase you used? Phrase used to describe the Ass Boys, but he says, he's not like them. He actually earns what he does, and he says,
Ass Boys are like spoiled brats, I think, or something along those lines.
Yeah. And it felt to me like very much like a old school 80s babyface turn promo.
I mean, guess what? They're old school. They're primarily old school babyface, old school 80s wrestling style with a little bit of modern flair, obviously.
Yes. I mean, if their music didn't give it away.
I mean, yeah. All right, now move along, ladies and gentlemen. Let's move along.
That's all I got.
Oh yeah, that's right. Fuck.
Now a lot of overall news. I mean, there was a patch for 2K22 that did a pretty good job of fixing a few things here and there. So
yeah,
that's cool.
The game is a lot more stable online, from what I've told. So I'll be the judge of that when I play some of that this weekend, of course. Beyond that, Big Shot Paul White got the rights to the Captain Insano character.
Wait, really?
For real?
Apparently, that's a thing that happened. Yeah,
that came out of fucking nowhere.
Really? Captain Insano?
Yeah.
Put Captain Insano in a match on Dark.
I believe that might be the plan down the line. I don't know.
Team Captain Insano with Fuego del Sol. Come on, do it.
According to Fightful.com, Paul White says Captain Insano will be, quote, running wild in AEW soon. White says Insano is coming, brother. While Paul White has built quite a legacy as a Big Show, he's fans of Adam Sandler's movie The Waterboy. May remember a different iconic wrestling character, Captain Insano. AEW actually secured the trademark rights to the character name in March 2021, and now Paul White stated that on the Rob Brown show that there's only a matter of time before he debuts the character in AEW.
Yes, it's gonna be on Dark because that's where they do all their goofy bullshit. I can't wait. Give us the match. Give us Fuego del Sol and Captain Insano as a tag team.
Look, we could say you could say Dark is the crazy shit. I want to see one Captain Insano promo on Dynamite or Rampage.
No, that's where they do their serious stuff.
Who gives a shit? We have Orange Cassidy on Rampage or Dynamite. You can't tell me we're all full serious here, for God's sakes.
When it comes after stuff that elevates their storylines, but when it comes to Dark, that's where they do the goofy stuff. Like they had Cody Rhodes as Fuego Dos.
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Anyway, I got nothing else. I mean, Shin, you got something?
I got nothing.
WGGP happened. Edge won. Damn it.
Last week, yeah. I haven't seen this week, so don't spoil me.
All right.
Fair enough. It's up on the YouTube. Hey, your weekend needs to start soon, you know.
Oh, yes.
All right, let's do winners and losers. Gentlemen, let us begin with the losers as per usual.
I'm blanking on a D-cell this week, but you guys will probably remind me of something that the Fed did.
D-Dub, allow me to do that when I get to me.
I
got you a D-cell, brother.
I hope it's pretty good, but...
it's a good one. It's a good one.
As for losers overall, damn. Can't say that Raw was. I can't say that Raw was particularly terrible. Oh, I saw Becky Lynch's promo. Yeah, that was not good. That was
not.
bad.
She's had better days.
That promo was straight bus ass.
Yeah.
That's disappointing.
Anyone? Dang.
It's a tough one.
That Nyla Rose Thunder Rosa segment. No, that.
All right, fair enough.
No, just no.
Fair enough.
Other than that, I'll leave it to you guys.
T-Dub?
Yeah, outside of Nyla Rose and Thunder Rosa segment, which that was just more than anything else, that just felt really disappointing. Because when you have a celebration at AEW, they usually go all out with their celebrations to a degree.
Yeah.
But that one was just like a Shivani promo on the stage for literally 5 seconds, and then interruption, Pearl Harbor, and
it's rough. It's a rough one. They're not all winners, folks.
Unfortunately. Hopefully, I know the match they're going to have is probably going to be very good, but better build up, please.
Now, for me, I'm going to go with my loser first. You know, I got to give you guys this sometimes for anticipation. I gave WWE the loser as per usual, but here's the thing. We're officially a week away from WrestleMania, and none of us are hype. There is no hype.
It's next weekend. It's literally next weekend.
Fucking weekend, folks. Next week is the go-home show.
I did not know that. I honestly thought we had 3 more weeks left, but really, next week?
Next week is WrestleMania. I already have this Saturday off, so if I choose to, I can watch the whole 2 days. And there should be at least 3 or 4 good matches throughout those 2 days.
We're not excited for WrestleMania.
Yeah, that's worth a D-cell.
No, that's not the D-cell. If you think it's worth the D-cell, go be my guest. Go ahead. But that's not the D-cell. It's just a straight-up loser. We're not hype for WrestleMania. Something is very fucking wrong here. Just saying. Now, for my D-cell, Ryback.
Oh, I saw this. Oh, that
What
is
did he do?
Quote.
Just wait, Shin.
Of course, we're talking about Triple H, right? Quote. You ended up being my biggest disappointment for me personally from loving you growing up, but I wish you well in retirement and good health, good health, Triple H, end quote.
Well, fuck you, Ryback, you big, roided out piece of shit.
Yeah. Am I correct in throwing a D-cell at Ryan over there?
Listen here, Ryback, you dumb motherfucker, you. How can Triple H, be a disappointment to you when you are the biggest disappointment in modern professional wrestling? What the fuck? If you were hot for like a hot minute, that doesn't make you the hot shit for anything. Triple H is a Grand Slam champion. He is a Royal Rumble winner. He's King of the Ring winner. He's been a part of 2 successful factions. Multi-time world champion in the double digits. What the fuck have you done to consider someone else a disappointment, you piece of crap? There's a reason why you're doing mukbang challenges on YouTube and pushing your shitty-ass protein powder, and nobody gives a crap about it.
I forgot about the protein powder. Fuck.
I'm gonna go. Where should the big guy go next? Should I go to Impact? Should I go to GC Dub? Should I go? No, you're not going anywhere. The only place you're going is back on your goddamn couch where you belong, you big bald bastard. Jesus Christ, man. Even when you try to pay somebody a compliment, you can't get your bowling ball head out of your ass.
Jesus, all I did was read a quote, and that's all I needed to get you. Wow.
Like, seriously, who the fuck does he think he is?
You know what?
Shin,
let me read you what I did on Facebook. So I shared the quote from it. This was from a 434 on Facebook. Great memes. And I said, "Oh, Ryback, it's always about you, isn't it?" Shaking my head. Buddy of ours, Daryl, aka Legend Daryl, who's just starting his wrestling career. We wish him all the good luck in the world for that. I swear the dude can never read the room. Rolling eyes emoji. Right? Here's a goddamn decel. You know what? His first name's Ryan, right?
Ryan Reeves.
Ryan Reeves? Guess what, Ryback? I ain't fucking calling you that anymore. You are, oh my god, he changed his name legally to Ryback. What the fuck?
Yeah, he been changed his name to Ryback.
Well, fuck that. He's still Ryan.
Don't you know he's the big guy? Ryback.
Fuck, dude. You want to do something in this business? Sitting on your ass at home, eating shit protein, and not wrestling is not going to help your case, asshole!
Oh, how about this? I keep bringing this up. You got released the same time that Cody walked from the WWE. Now, look at him. He's going back to a multi-million-year contract. He helped create a legitimate alternative to the WWE, and he has achieved everything he has set out to do. What the fuck have you done in that meantime?
Yeah, in the same amount of time, what the fuck have you done? Sit on your ass, bitch, whine mode.
You think he would at least, you know, be doing indie shows here and there?
A couple of indie dates here and there, maybe a Ring of Honor run, because he wasn't that bad. Hang out with the right people, you'll have a good match. But no, he sits there, he bitches, he whines, he moans, and he somehow works out still.
Bobber wants you to call him Skip Sheffield.
Perfect. You know what, Skip? Thank you, Bobbert. Much appreciated. Hey, Skip, sit the shit or get off the fucking pot. You're turning into Vince Russo.
Pretty much.
You're turning into goddamn Jim Cornette. And when Jim Cornette is probably ready to shit on you for those comments, problems.
You have them.
Oh, wow, you turned into Vince McMahon a little bit there, Matty.
A little bit. No, not intentionally. Big problems.
Didn't expect to go off like it did tonight, especially.
No, dude, I was mad. He's shitting on my boy and trying to not... Everyone's saying, posting nice pictures, and it's always about you.
And Bobber points out when Jinder Mahal's released, he went to ROW, got himself into shape, and then came back and became WWE champion.
See, when Jinder Mahal does better than you in half the goddamn time, you fucked up, Skip.
Or do we have to talk about Matt Cardona? You even have to talk about what the fuck he's been doing since he got let go?
He did more in a year than you have done in your goddamn career, Ryan.
Yeah, what? Yeah.
You want? Look, there's a saying about democracy. You don't if you don't vote, you don't have the right to complain or bitch or protest. Cardona, Mahal, Rhodes. To steal from Cody Rhodes, they did the work. They did the fucking work. You just sat on your ass and mukbangs on YouTube.
Ryback just worked himself
into a shoot, apparently, brother.
He worked himself into believing he was actually a great wrestler when he was only ever mediocre.
And Bauer's calling this the best Wrestle-Cast ever.
Nah, wow, it's not. It's not. We appreciate the compliment, though. Don't get me wrong. But it's not.
I think he's just enjoying the burial of Ryback. Yeah, it's a fun time.
Mean, he's only going after my boy, and Ryback is a fucking idiot.
I will bury him with the Constructicons for that
Oh, my God.
Just call in all 6 Constructicons and just bury him, and put a nice little slab over his grave. Just says Ryback. He was nothing.
Yeah. All right. To finish it off, I think Hairball will call the right one.
Put your motherfucking head back down, dummy.
Thank you, Chisel Adonis.
I think we need a repeat. I think we need a...
Put your motherfucking head back down.
You goddamn bum. Winners, boys. Winners.
Oh, winner's easy this week. Of course, AEW, save for that one segment that's already been a loser, had some, especially that first hour, flew by with some great stuff going down.
2 matches. It's a true fact. Here's how crazy it was. We're 2 matches in, and I'm in our call. It's myself, it's the Shade, it's our buddy TJ Omega, and we're geeking out after that 8-man tornado, right? And we're going, oh my god. He realizes, he looks at the clock, and he says, "It's only been half an hour."
Yep.
How crazy is that? I know, didn't mean to cut you off. I had to relay that.
But yeah, so much happens, so much good stuff. So we had that. Impact for, of course, giving us another show that people are just sleeping on them too much. You need to stop sleeping on Impact because they've been kicking all the ass.
It's a good show, folks. If I can watch it, it's a good show.
It's a good show. And one very non-wrestling related one goes to none other than Ichiro Oda, you goddamn super genius, for One Piece Chapter 1044. I already gushed about it before we went live on air. And
yeah, he took the entire half hour up to the run-up to gush.
I'm not going to spoil it for anybody who hasn't read the chapter or not, but let's just say this chapter right here is the reason why One Piece is still the king of shonen. This is the reason why it's been going for a quarter of a century, and it's not slowing down until the last page of that son of a bitch is written. So Oda, from one creative mind to another, you are no longer the GOAT, you are the God. And I'm done.
T-Dub.
I don't think I can match that, so I'm just going to say AEW for putting on a mostly good episode of AEW Dynamite.
That first hour was a bomb. That was bonkers.
So yeah, that's my winner.
AEW for a generally good show, and yeah, I will agree with that. I'm not going to give Thunder Rosa versus Nyla Rose. They're still going to have a great matchup when they have it. It's just off on the wrong foot, I think, more than anything else. Matthew Mercer and Sam Regal of Critical Role. The stinger at the end of the program will explain all, of course. Punk versus Dax, the 8-man tag. Jesus Christ, that was a fun-ass half hour. I'm going to add WWE for the adding of Shad Gaspard and the giving him of the Warrior Award. Absolutely the right call. And my boy Triple H, one hell of a career. And, quote, Judge Steve Harvey, end quote.
Oh, I forgot to talk about this.
It's a little blurb. Imagine me doing my thing, and there's this video popping up on Wednesday of what looks like J.J. Dillon and Kevin Sullivan on People's Court, or an equivalent of those small claims court shows. I thought, oh, wait, People's Court? Okay, I got to see this, and I can't find it. I do my digging, and it turns out Steve Harvey's a judge on ABC.
He's had a show for a little bit.
He's been doing that for a while. I'm a cable cutter, so I don't watch as much TV as I'm more on YouTube or Twitch myself.
Guy.
Yep. Duh. But, I'm watching this, and of course, I find the whole thing, the whole segment, and I'm watching. It's all over a loan for a boat that needed to be paid cash for, and Kevin Sullivan didn't pay up the cash. The segment is one of those things where Steve Harvey marks out, pretty much. It's pretty much what it is. But it is worth a watch, and of course, JJ and Kevin get a subsequent winner for that as well. I don't need to explain much more than just watch the segment. It is for what it is. It is what it is. It was a fun distraction. Let's put it that way. All right, plug away, boys. Plug away. Or did we get off the air again?
Jen?
Sorry.
Everyone one at a time, our place.
Sorry. Sorry, I actually cut myself during that rant.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I actually cut my tongue a little bit on that rant on one of my TVs. So
Sorry, buddy.
I had to sharpen down my tooth right then just to be able to talk because it was cutting it real bad. But quick plug, Maxcorn on YouTube. I just recently posted my first video since I came off my hiatus. It's a double video featuring 2 characters inexplicably linked in the Warhammer Hordes lore. Hopefully, I just got some more stuff from someone was able to give me a PDF of the new Warhammer Horde lore stuff, Requiem, which details what happened after the Infernals basically fucked everyone over, and I'm still waiting for get a hold of that Orgoff one. Oh my god, I'm distracted. So just you guys go ahead. You guys go.
Teed up.
Well, I got my YouTube channel. I'm going to put it into the chat real quick. Working on a new review, which should be out within the next week. It's definitely going to be one of my longer videos, even though the time it took to record the footage is honestly one of the quicker turnarounds. So it's kind of interesting that I had so much to say about this upcoming video game. So subscribe to the channel. You're not going to want to miss it. But if you want to see the video before I put it up on YouTube, be sure to go to my Patreon, patreon.com/TWKReviews. For just $1, you can see it early.
Yes, sir. Patreon.com/TWKReviews for that. I got my tip jar PayPal that I made /Manager316. And I believe Shin has a Cash App. It is on his Twitter. You heard him talk about his teeth, folks. If you donate any money, give it to him. He needs it more than we do.
That he does.
Seriously, he needs a dentist in the worst way, and we want him to get that because we care about him. We want to be healthy. We want him to be healthy. So if you got to donate any money, don't donate to our Twitch. Don't do that. Give it to Shin. He needs it. Seriously. That being said, you can follow us on Twitter at Matty316 at TWK Official. If you want the Cash App and PayPal info for Shin, it's at Shintigercurl on Twitter. You can send us some emails at the Wrestle-Cast@gmail.com. We have our Discord server in the Twitch description and all that good stuff. And we're around. I'll be back. I believe it is Toku-Riff's night on Sunday, so I'm very much looking forward to that. At least I think it is. Is it? Okay, it is. It is indeed Toku-Riff's night on the 27th. So 7 p.m. Eastern. Riff of some Toku, everybody. And all that good stuff. And that's it. That's the show. Stay tuned for the stinger as per usual. That's going to do it for everybody. We thank you very much for tuning in and saying hi to us. Hey, 20 people at one time listened to us. That's cool.
Actually, it peaked at about 24.
More than likely over the Triple H news, and they probably missed that. It was our top story. I'm sorry, but the VOD is available for that. It will be on YouTube later today or tomorrow and all that good stuff. Until then, and on behalf of Shintigercurl,
Phil.
God damn it, Darby. TWK.
Bye-bye. Have a good night. Give me all monies.
All right, give him the money so I can give him the shit for the Shin.
Of course.
Yeah.
What else would I do with the money?
Hey, Danhausen, give some of your human dollars to Shin. He could use it. His teeth are already cursed. We're trying to uncurse them. My name's Matty. I remind you to tell professional wrestling. Support your independent promotion as soon as possible. Enjoy Rampage. Enjoy the weekend, and we'll talk to you for WrestleMania weekend next week. Holy crap. I'm not hyped at all, but I'm like, alright, cool. We'll be there. Same old 90-minute show, and we'll be roasting that card. Who's going to win? Matt Damon. Lesnar versus Roman. Minoru Suzuki? Inquiring minds will be answered next week. Until then, bye, everybody. Bye. Have a good one, everybody. Oh, wait, hold. I gotta hit the thing. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of Critical Role, where a bunch of us nerdy-ass voice actors sit around and play Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
Tonight marks Critical Role's 7th year anniversary. We've been doing this shit for way too long. And before we jump into the game with some announcements, beginning with our first sponsor of the night, Sam.
Yeah, boy! Welcome one, welcome all to the first ever The Finger Championship Games! I'm Vince McSam.
A few moments later.
Thank you, Sam. I almost hate that character as much as I actually hate Vince McMahon. So, well done.
Job well done.
Almost. He's still the worst.